Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. No Man's Sky is all the rage this week, although players caught by one nasty glitch are experiencing, well, a different type of rage altogether. Apparently, gamers who are using the souped-up pre-order ship are having a little problem with being stranded in the middle of space. Since the pre-order ship allows explorers to skip the hyperdrive tutorial and blast off to faraway star systems, players end up buying a new ship without a hyperdrive in their possession or the means to build one. What's more, since they've already left the system, the game reads the situation as if they've already built a hyperdrive and they can't activate the questline to assemble one, assuming they're lucky enough to even find the blueprints on another planet. So that's leading to people having to revert saves to start all over and build a hyperdrive, which was the whole damn point of having the pre-order bonus in the first place. So much for Microsoft trying to break Steam. You conspiracy theorists can put down the tinfoil hats because Microsoft Studios has announced that Quantum Break is coming to Steam next month. The Steam version of the game, now priced at $39.99, will include all the updates made to Quantum Break so far. Back in June, Xbox boss Phil Spencer indicated that Microsoft would in fact be shipping games on Steam again at some point in the future, but who thought it would happen this early? We, of course, already do have Rise of Tomb Raider on the platform, but that was a game we always knew would be timed exclusive. There's no word yet on whether or not this means we'd see games like Forza or Gears of War eventually make their way over to Steam, but maybe don't count on it anytime soon. Let's stick with the ones we've got announced. Thanks to the Summer Games update in Overwatch, Blizzard has sent gamers scrambling for clues about Sombra, who may be the game's next playable character. Of course, we already theorized that last time, but unfortunately, the search so far has come up empty-handed. In fact, players went so far into left field on their hunt, they were literally standing on a map and staring at the sun to see if they could find patterns in the sky. So Blizzard had to intervene and push them back in the right direction. The company released a new image of the Dorado map with a coded message inside of it from Sombra. Translated from Spanish, the message says, "Why do you look to the sky? The answer is not above your heads, it's behind you." Sometimes you need to analyze your previous achievements. As of yet, players still haven't figured out exactly what that means, but let's hope it at least means that they're not burning out their retinas trying to look for the next step in the mystery. Gamers hoping for a movie set in either the Fallout or Elder Scrolls universes may have to wait a really long time, according to Bethesda. Apparently, the company just isn't really interested in movies or TV, which makes sense since games are their own awesome kind of storytelling. Speaking with Finder, VP of Marketing Pete Hines said, "We get asked to all the time, but the short version is we make games. For them, it's about who has creative control of a franchise, and placing that control into this movie studio's hands is something they're not really interested in doing." However, Hines did say they'd make one exception for none other than Peter Jackson, whom the company would allow to make an Elder Scrolls movie in a heartbeat. As long as you don't let him make like 3 prequels to the Elder Scrolls. It was supposed to be 1, and then it ended up being 3, and now it's all over. Who are you gonna call for a sequel? Not the Ghostbusters, apparently. Based on a news story from The Hollywood Reporter, it sounds like Sony's franchise plans for the controversial reboot could be heading straight to the grave. While executives at Sony were quick to say a few weeks ago that there was no doubt Ghostbusters would be getting a follow-up, things have quickly changed. The movie's earned just under $180 million globally, which is way below the estimated $300 million needed to break even. By the time it's finished with its run, analysts expect it to land around $225 million or so, making for a $70 million loss. Obviously, who knows how real that number is, thanks to the magic of Hollywood accounting, which we covered in a story just the other day, but at the moment, Sony seems pretty convinced of its accuracy. They're now reportedly going to push the franchise toward an animated feature in series rather than live-action sequels. As long as they're not as bad as Extreme Ghostbusters, we could be okay. Speaking of sequels, it sounds like the World War Z sequel is fully underway and it might be getting a surprise new director. According to Variety, star and producer Brad Pitt has pegged David Fincher, the director of Alien 3, Gone Girl, Fight Club, Seven, and The Social Network, as the next man for the project that will totally ignore its amazing source material. Pitt and Fincher have reportedly been meeting over the last several weeks, and negotiations are moving right along. World War Z originally opened in 2013 to huge winnings at the box office, despite a crazy production that had them reshoot most of the movie. What the sequel would tackle is anyone's guess, considering they've basically solved the zombie problem at the end of the last movie. But one thing is for certain, it'll probably continue to have nothing to do with the hugely popular book on which it's based. But if they do go with that, that would be really cool. Maybe they can tell some of the untold stories. Or they can just keep ignoring it. Not better. We may not be heading for a zombie apocalypse anytime soon, but that hasn't stopped humanity from producing some rather alarming statistics already in 2016. This week, we broke the record for Earth Overshoot Day, the day in which the people of Earth officially gobble up more resources than our planet can produce in an entire year. Go us! The data comes from the Global Footprint Network, an organization that tracks this sort of thing and specializes in major buzzkills. This year, the overshoot date happened to be August 8th, and last year it was August 14th, so we beat last year by a whole week! And in the year 2000, the date was all the way back in September, so we're really crushing it at being wasteful. Gotta say, kind of fitting this is happening during the Olympics. Got green pools and everything. Maybe next year we can bust the record wide open if we train hard, consume, believe in ourselves, and waste all the resources. Well, that sure you thought will do it for our news roundup. Let us know what you think of all these stories in the comments below. And for more updates from every corner of the internet, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Know. So close to 1 million. So close to 1 million. I'm gonna dance. Oh, I'm gonna fall off my box. Luckily, it's not a big box today because I got heels on, which is why I'm falling off boxes.
So close.